Guys, welcome back. So in this vid, I'm going to be chatting a bit about the Ouija board. Reason being, I've had lots of clients experimenting with it and chatting to me a bit about it, okay? And a lot of shit can happen. So this is just a basic, very brief teaching on your activity working with the Ouija board, okay? So again, for those who don't know, I am predominantly spellcaster. I also do a lot of one-on-one consultations, video consultations, where we can go super deep in any of the topics you see in my vids, whether you're going through trauma, you need some shadow work healing, accessing higher self, want to learn more about magic, entity creation, you need a spell, hit me up. Because remember, if I do a spell for you, you bypass your initial invocation with entity and you do a thank you invocation instead. But I'll explain that to you one on one, okay? But so the Ouija board, so this is a bit of a guideline slash warning, because a lot of people, to be quite honest, catch on shit. Sorry guys, you do catch on shit and then shit happens, okay? So first thing to remember, any spiritual slash occult practice, once you're doing it right, even if you're doing it only halfway right, because of the intent behind it, you have now placed yourself, especially for something like the Ouija board, okay? You have now placed yourself mentally, spiritually, and physically actually in the spiritual realm, which means you have put a light on yourself, which means you are exposed to any and all spirits and entities who might be in the vicinity, not just who you're calling on. So remember that you are in now the spiritual realm and you are exposed, okay? So, and again, before you call on the spirit or the ancestor, be very specific who you're doing the calling on. If you do it with another person, 2 or 3 people, make sure everyone involved is on the same page with the same intent, the same knowledge, down to the fact that they know they're accessing spiritual realm now, they are exposing themselves. They need to be very specific about who they're calling out, okay? So what I like to recommend, if you're going to do this, call out the spirit, the ancestor's name, the full name, and only that name, and make sure you use the words, I call on so and so, and only so and so specifically. And then you ask for proof of presence. That's the first question. Don't go and ask other questions first. Ask something you know the spirit or ancestor will only know. Okay? So it's a personalized question. That's the first thing. Know what you're doing. Start with a personalized question. Make sure you call on only that name and no other name if you're doing this. And again, but done correctly, yes, it can get you great answers and insights if you are accessing spirit or ancestor. Okay, so again, guys, if you need any of my works, helps or services, hit me up. I'm going to get back to you. I'm going to guide you, sort you guys out. Okay, be good or not.